Hello everyone and welcome to my little corner. In this video I'm going to talk about the movies that are coming up in 2018. So in my last video I talked about my favorite movies of 2017, and I'm just a person who loves watching movies, going to the theater. I just love it. And I also love watching videos like this. That's why I also like making these kinds of videos, so I really hope you enjoy it too. So I'm not gonna mention all the movies that are coming out in 2018. I'm only gonna talk about the ones that I'm excited for. So let's get started. Coming in January 26th, I have Maze Runner: The Death Cure. Now this is the third movie, is the last one. It comes from books, if you're not familiar with it. I love the book so much. The books are amazing. As I mentioned before, the first movie kind of follows the book in most parts. The second one went completely off the book. So on the third one, since the second one already went off the books, I'm just going for the third one is also going to be completely different from the book. And honestly, I read the book like 2 years ago, so I don't remember it anymore, so I guess I won't be bothered by how different it will be. In February we have a lot of movies. I think this is the month with the most movies. On February 9 we have 50 Shades Freed, and yes, I'm that person who likes 50 Shades of Grey. I've never read the books, but I really enjoyed the movie, so I'm really looking forward to watch this movie on Valentine's Day. According to the trailer, they get married on this one. Her previous creepy boss comes back to kidnap her or something like that. There's car chases, there's drama, there's action, and a whole lot of sexy. On February 16, Black Panther comes out. I'm gonna read you the little synopsis that I found online of what the movie is about. Also make sure to check out the trailer. So it says, T'Challa, after the death of his father, the king of Wakanda, returns home to the isolated, technologically advanced African nation to succeed to the throne and take his rightful place as king. So this guy comes to become king, and then, I don't know, there's a lot of action in the trailer. It's very futuristic, a lot of special effects, and yeah, I think it's gonna be very entertaining, so I'm really looking forward to it. Also on February 16, Samson is gonna come out, and Samson is a biblical story. If you're not familiar with the Bible and its stories in there, I'm gonna read you the little synopsis once again. After losing the love of his life to a cruel Philistine prince, a young Hebrew with supernatural strength defends his people, sacrificing everything to avenge his love, his people, and his God. So I don't know much about the story. All I know is that there's this dude with, beautiful hair that has supernatural strength, like he's like the Hulk or something. And then there would be this girl trying to figure out where his strength comes from, and she wants to take that strength away from him. According to the Bible, his hair is the key to his strength. So if you cut his hair, he will lose his strength. So that's all I know from the Bible story of this. I don't know how the movie is gonna be like, so I'm guessing they will actually follow that. So yeah, that's all I know, and I'm excited to watch it. On February 23, we have a new movie called Annihilation. It could also be Annihilation. I should probably check how to say these words before I make these videos, but I'm very sorry about that. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. It seemed very interesting, and it kind of reminded me of Arrival somehow. So this movie says, a biologist signs up for a dangerous secret expedition where the laws of nature don't apply. Well, this is like the shortest description of movies I've ever seen in my life. So in the trailer, they hired this scientist, biologist, whatever, and then there's this wall they call the Shimmer, and basically they go in there because apparently everyone that went in there did not come back, so they go in there to investigate what's happening, and then a lot of weird things happen, like there's a lot of mutations. It's like that place is always making something new and mutating everything that's in there. It's been very interesting, intriguing. You should check out the trailer, and I'm definitely gonna watch it. And the last movie for February, also February 23, there's a movie called Game Night. So for this movie, it says, a group of friends who meet regularly for game nights find themselves trying to solve a murder mystery. So according to the trailer, in the beginning of the trailer, well, they just a bunch of friends and they're playing games, and then one guy is talking about they're gonna play a game of murder mystery, and that he's telling them how they will not know what's real and what's not. So that's why a lot of like kidnapping, people coming in, and a lot of action. Like in a regular situation, people would be freaking out, but because they think it's all a game, they're all like, oh, they're not even interested in what's happening. But I think that at some point of the movie, what they think it's a game actually becomes a reality, and I don't know how and when they're gonna realize that. Now for the month of March, coming March 9, we have Wrinkle in Time. This movie is about, after the disappearance of her scientist father, 3 peculiar beings send Meg, her brother, and her friend to space in order to find them. Well, these descriptions really do not say much. She's saying that a straight line is not the shortest distance between 2 points, not if you use a 5th dimension. So instead of having to walk across the line, you just get there instantly through another dimension. So they're gonna play with dimensions and all that stuff. So they have to find their father, who's, I don't know where, in some kind of dimension, and there's a darkness, and you know, it's very magical, it's interesting. On March 30, we have Ready Player One. Now this movie seems kind of interesting. I'm not sure how to feel about it. Even though the concept is very interesting for this movie, it just seems like, you know, most of the movie is gonna be as if it's a video game. And I don't really like movies that look like a video game. Here's what the movie is about. When the creator of a virtual reality world called Oasis dies, he releases a video in which he challenges all Oasis users to find his Easter egg, which will give the finder his fortune. Wade Watts finds the first clue and starts a race for the egg. So this dude invents a game, then he dies, and then a video is released saying, okay, if you're watching this, I'm dead, and I hid an Easter egg somewhere in the video game, and whoever finds it gets $500 billion, which is, oh my god. And apparently the whole city, the whole world, whatever, plays the game. So it doesn't become just a race for inside a game to find the egg. It also becomes real. Like, people get out of the game, and in reality they're actually, you know, chasing down people. So yeah, I'm not sure how to feel about it. It seems very interesting, so I'm still gonna check it out. On May 4, we have Avengers: The Infinity War. Well, this is a typical superhero movie. We watched a lot of superhero movies. We watched Avengers before, so there's not much to say. We're just expecting more of the same. But here's what it is about. The Avengers and their allies must be willing to sacrifice all in an attempt to defeat the powerful Thanos before his blitz of devastation and ruins puts an end to the universe. So apparently there's a new supervillain who's coming out, and he looks quite interesting. You should watch the trailer. And yeah, there's a lot of superheroes on this one. The Guardians of the Galaxy are gonna join them too. On June 15, The Incredibles 2 comes out. Now, it's been 14 years since the first Incredibles, and I remember I was little, I loved that movie so much, and I can't believe they're doing this so much later. Why did they wait so long to release another movie? I don't know. But here's what it says about the movie. Mr. Incredible is left to care for Jack-Jack while Helen, the Elastic Girl, is out saving the world. And that's it. What I want to say about this movie is that, after 14 years, everyone looks the same and Jack Jack is still a baby. No one grew up. But for some reason, when it came to Toy Story, for them, it only made sense that Andy grew up. On July 4, The Purge, The Island is coming out. I watched all the other Purge movies, even though it's kind of disturbing if that were to happen in real life. I kind of enjoyed the movies. Now, there's no trailer for this one, and here's what it is about. The film will be a prequel that will focus on the events that led up to the very first Purge event. So basically, this is a prequel and it's gonna be about how the first Purge even started in the first place. So I'm very curious how that even started. So yeah, definitely gonna watch that. On July 6th, Ant-Man and the Wasp is coming out. Also no trailer for this one, and this movie says, as Scott Lang balances being both the superhero and the father, Hope Van Dyne and Dr. Han Pym present an urgent new mission that finds the Ant-Man fighting alongside the Wasp to uncover secrets from the past. Well, the description is very mysterious. We don't really get much from it. There's no trailer yet, so I have no idea how the movie is gonna be. All I know is that I really love the first movie. My husband, before he watched the first movie, he kept saying, I don't want to watch it sounds stupid, Ant-Man, what kind of superhero is that? And he was just like trashing the movie without watching it. And then we watched it and he was laughing the whole time. He loved the movie, and at the end of it he was like, oh, there's a second one, and he was all excited. So yeah, that's why we're excited about this movie, and if you haven't watched it, it's very funny. You totally should. On September 21st, we have Goosebumps Horrorland. Now, for this one, there's no trailer, no description. We really don't have nothing for this movie except that knowing it's gonna come out. So I really don't know. But I watched the first movie. The first movie is about all these imaginary characters come out from a book, from the books of this writer, and then the writer and a bunch of kids have to, put the characters back in the books. So I'm guessing that the second movie is gonna be the same thing, like probably the same thing is gonna happen and then we'll have to do it all over again or something like that. On November 2nd, we have The Nutcracker and the Four Realms. I hope I said that right. I'm sorry if I didn't. So this is another Disney movie, and there is a trailer for this one in the description. So this one says, a young girl is transported into a magical world of gingerbread soldiers and an army of mice. Now, this description sounds very weird, like what the hell is that movie about? Well, it's Disney. It looks very magical. You should watch the trailer. And it really reminds me of Alice in Wonderland. On November 16, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them 2 is coming out. This one is called Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. Now, if you haven't watched the first movie, you should. If you did, you know that at the end of the movie they catch Grindelwald, which is played by Johnny Depp. And apparently on this one he escapes, and then he gathers some following, and then Newt Scamander has to defeat him. On November 20th, Wreck-It Ralph 2 comes out, and this is another Disney movie that I loved so much, and I'm so excited that a second one is coming out. This one is called Ralph Breaks the Internet. So on this one it says, 6 years after the events of Wreck-It Ralph, Ralph and Vanellope, now friends, discover a Wi-Fi router in their arcade, leading them into a new adventure. So yeah, I guess it's gonna be like the same thing like the first one, but I'm still gonna love it anyways. And finally, the last movie that I'm excited about for this year comes out December 21st, and it is Aquaman. Because Marvel never stops. Marvel comes out with like 100 movies in 1 year, and it's just like, how do they even do this? It's like way too many movies. For this one, there's no trailer, but there's a description. It says, Arthur Curry learns that he's the heir to the underwater kingdom of Atlantis and must step forward to lead his people and to be a hero to the world. Yeah, there's not much. A lot of people already have been going crazy about Jason, the Aquaman guy, the actor. They're all like going crazy like he's really hot or something. Yeah, there's not much about this movie, but I'm excited about it, as we always are about Marvel, even though it doesn't seem like anything new comes out, but it's still entertaining. It's very weird if you think about it. Those are all the movies that I'm excited to watch this year, and I wanna ask you, which movies are you excited to watch this year? So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like and make sure to subscribe, because I will see you next time. Bye bye.